Hi guys, so today we are going to be making a war club, and then I'm going to decide how to paint it later, or you can paint it whatever you want. So the first supplies you'll need that are absolutely necessary are this 5/16 wrench and the 1/4 wrench. These two. They're really tiny. These are for screwing in this bag of carriage bolts that I have. These are what's going to be the studded part of the bat. And then just some standard stuff like electrical tape and a pencil. I don't know if I'm going to need those yet. I probably will, though, to measure out where the holes are going to go. Then you're going to need a chisel and a hammer. And then a bunch of different files. I just have a huge, those teeth are big on this file, like a standard file right here. And I don't know what kind of file this is. It's like the teeth are crossing like this. So then, really important, you have to have a saw. I think I'm going to shorten the club from what I have. This is a lot of supplies, but a knife, I have a buck knife here for shaving down some of the wood, because I think it works a little bit better than the chisel for me, at least. And then a drill. I don't know what kind of drill bit it is. You'll have to find out how big your drill bit is based off of how big whatever you're putting into the bat is. I'm just using these 3/4 zinc plated carriage bolts. There. That's that. And then the last couple things is some sandpaper. I just have a 120 grit sanding block and this giant, I think this is for pulling out weeds like out of the ground. It's one of the spare handles. I guess you could also use a wheelbarrow handle, but you would have to smooth all this out to be round. The saw, we're just going to chop off part of this to make it smaller, because I chopped off part of this for a different project that I will make a video on. I think I'm going to smash some watermelons with it. But yeah, this is just going to be like a bigger version of like a mix between like a Japanese Oni war club or the trench clubs of World War I. So it's going to be a mix of both. So what I'm doing here is I'm just scraping the sides off so that I get a more rounded edge. And then I'm just cutting the part of the handle off to make it shorter, more like a baseball bat when you swing it. And then I'm using just a screw and tapping it with a hammer to make all the holes, making sure that none of them intersect, and then using the right diameter drill bit to drill all the holes. And you can drill them in whatever pattern you would like. But yeah, I did mine in like an every other pattern. And right here I'm measuring the top hole. I should have done a better job with the camera, but it's whatever. Okay, so I think the next thing I'm going to do, I just drilled all these holes. None of them intersect each other. And then I measured the middle of the top. That one doesn't intersect. That one's just to look cool, I think. But yeah, right now I think I'm going to do the grip, because I don't have the color scheme that I'm going to do. It doesn't include orange, and this is the only electrical tape that I have. I either need black or blue for my color scheme, and I don't have that right now. So I think I'm just going to enhance the grip. I'm going to put like a hilt or like a circle on the bottom of this to stop your hands from slipping off. Yeah. So then I can always do a tape wrap later if I want to. And then after that, I think we'll just sand a couple more things and then paint it. And you get to pick your color scheme. I'm going to go with American color scheme, because that's what my shield, my tomahawk and my airsoft gun are all painted as. So I'm going to do an entire body armor and weapon build, and all of it is going to be American related. So right here, I'm just replacing the blade of the jigsaw, and then I have some 3/4 of an inch thick oak board right here. It's just a scrap. And at first I was going to do circle, and then I just decided to do a hexagon to round, and then round it out, because I only had that kind of jigsaw blade. Now I'm just smoothing it out with a file and a bunch of sandpaper. And yeah, then I accidentally put on the wood glue too early before I drilled the pilot hole. So now I'm going to do the clear coat, and then we can just screw in all the carriage bolts. Is take these and recycle them. I think I could cut this off right here, cut that off, and then drill a hole through here, and then have it like a Morning Star flail type thing, and then put this out there. I could do that, or I'm just running through the ideas that I had right now, because I don't want to just waste this awesome paint job that I did. That took me a couple days. So I'll probably screw all the rest of the carriage bolts in, like next video or something, and then yeah, in another video I'll recycle this, and it'll probably be a part 2. And then I can also, in that video, I can fix this shield, because I did a black wash on it. I think I'm going to do a black wash on all my stuff. But the belt buckle broke because it's a cheap belt from Target. So I have another piece of belt right here that I'm going to have to use to put that strap there. But otherwise, this has been the Horror Nerd, and I'll see you in the next video.